Hello, I'm Mr. Birnbaum, and today in chemistry we're going to learn about BCA tables. And, oops, just a second, I keep forgetting that this is reverse. All right, I'll switch hands here. Hello, I'm Mr. Birnbaum, and for chemistry today we're going to learn about BCA tables. So BCA tables are used to do mole-to-mole conversions from balanced equations. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to start off with this balanced equation of N2 plus 3H2. And those two are going to combine together or synthesize to create 2NH3 or ammonia. Okay, so we don't write the 1 here, but I'm going to put a 1 there just so that we know that there's one of these and 2s. So the question is, we're going to have 4 moles of nitrogen, and we're also going to try to figure out, if we have 4 moles of nitrogen, how many moles will we produce of ammonia, the NH3. So in our balanced equation, we're always going to have the same ratio of 1 to 3 to 2. So whatever nitrogen we have, whatever amount we have, we'll have 3 times as much hydrogen. And no matter how much nitrogen we'll have, we're going to have twice as much ammonia, NH3. So we can raise or lower these numbers, and the other numbers will kind of go up or down in this same ratio. So that makes it very easy for us to calculate. And so we're going to have our BCA table. So B stands for before, and C stands for change, and A stands for after. So let's put those in there. B, C, and A. All right. So when we start out, we were told that we have 4 moles of nitrogen. So we're going to put our 4 right here in the N2 column. And if we want to find out how much product we have, let's think about this. If I'm making a cake, and let's say I've got 1 egg and I got 3 cups of milk, so I've got 1 egg and 3 cups of milk in my hands. I haven't mixed anything yet. How many cakes do I have? Well, if I haven't mixed anything yet, I don't have any cakes. So if I haven't mixed these 2 yet, I don't have any product yet, because this is before I've mixed anything. So I'm going to make this a 0. And the H2, we don't know how much hydrogen we have. So I'm going to put XS, and then we'll solve this later. So at the end of this reaction, I'm going to have no more nitrogen, because my nitrogen is going to be all used up. So if I use up all of my nitrogen, what's the change? How much did I use to get to 0? Well, I've used 4 moles of nitrogen gas, and then I don't have any left. So as I mentioned, we have these ratios, 1 to 3 to 2. So now we're saying this 1 is actually going to be a 4. So I'm going to carry this 4 across. And the next thing I'm going to look at is, well, as my reaction goes forward, my reactant is going to decrease. So this reactant is also going to decrease. We'll have less and less of it as we go forward in the reaction. My product, my NH3, is going to increase. So this will be a plus 4. So I've got my plus 4 here, and now I've got to use these ratios here. Well, the way I can do that is I'm going to take the numbers that are in front here, the 1, the 3, and the 2, and I'm going to write this as a fraction because these are proportions, and then I'm going to take the number, since we're doing nitrogen, everything's based on our nitrogen. The number in front here is a 1, so I'm going to put a 1 there, and 1 in this denominator, and 1 in this denominator. So all of these come from this one right here. All the numbers on the top come from my balanced equation, all the numbers in front of these compounds. So now I need to change these into decimal numbers. So my 4 is just going to stay, my negative 4 is just going to stay negative 4. My minus 4 times 3 over 1 is going to be negative 12. And then my 4 times 2 divided by 1, that's just going to be 8. So I've got a plus 8 here. Okay. So as I have 4 nitrogen, and I use up 4, I have 0. If I started with 0 NH3 and I gained 8 moles, how many moles will I end up with? Well, I'm going to end up with 8 moles. When I look at this, how many moles of NH3 have I produced? This would be my answer. So my NH3 started out with nothing, went through the reaction, and created 8 moles of NH3. Now this middle part here, you may be wondering, well, how do I figure out how much hydrogen I used? Well, let's say all the hydrogen was consumed in this. We didn't have any left over, so we had 0 moles at the end. And it took 12 moles to do this. That means that my excess would have equaled 12. Now all the numbers here are moles. I didn't label these as moles, but that's what these are. Hopefully this exercise here went in detail enough to explain all the intricacies and all the steps here, but fast enough that you're able to follow through it with a flow. You can pause it here and leave this as you do your own problems on paper, and use this kind of as a guide to go through there step by step. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. Please do not subscribe to my channel or give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.